As you guys saw, I am opening up all of my new hardware and parts for the single cam. I'm in the garage as of right now, and I've actually started on this guy. I went ahead and got 2 of the new piston rings on the pistons themselves. The crank is in there with the girdle, and I'm making my way getting this short block thrown together. Here are my ring sets right here. I actually have new head gasket, oil pump, water pump, and a timing set. So we're going to be basically just doing freshening up on this engine, aside from the bearings on the bottom end and then main bearings. We're just going to be leaving that as is. The pistons themselves still look pretty good. The skirts aren't too damaged, aren't too eaten up or anything, and I'm just soaking them in a little bit of acetone and then cleaning them up, throwing them in as I go. Obviously I oil them before they get installed, but that's the basic rundown. Now, I'm probably not going to film a ton of this stuff because you guys have seen like me mess with engines like the CA and then my first KA. I'll probably pop in ins and outs and maybe show you guys the timing and stuff, but again, this is like nothing crazy and nothing that I wanted to go over with you guys. Just wanted to give you guys an update so you're not lost in the sauce when we get this car running, or hopefully get it running. So that is that, guys. I will check in with you shortly. So like I said in the last clip, I wasn't going to update you guys throughout the engine assembly here. I just wanted to get everything together. I really want to get this car on the road and get this project moved on with. I'm really over this KA nonsense. I want to get to my CA and get my drift car back up. But anyways, we are all together here. Got the new water pump on there, new Dizzy, the new oil pump. She's set in time, new timing chain, new guides. The tensioners down there, everything's all new, and that new timing kit that I got. As far as I know, the Dizzy is set in time. I've got it sitting on, or right before, cylinder 1, and I followed the FSM to how it was supposed to be. So yep, that is that. I've got a few more odds and ends to button up, like getting this oil pickup on. I got to clean out the screen here a little bit more. Debating on whether I need a new rear main seal, because this looks like it's already been replaced and it's still really good condition. It's not stiff or anything or beat up. Got a new throwout bearing and a pilot bearing there. Got to get this clutch on. That'll come like right when we get it dropped down. And yeah, so far so good. She's coming together. So that is it for today. I'm going to carry this video on. As you guys can see, I am hot and sweaty and I'm dying here. I'm ready to go inside, take a shower, and relax. So I'm going to continue this video throughout the week as I button this thing up, and then hopefully this weekend we can get this thing dropped in. If not, maybe sooner. We will see what happens. I've got just a few things to do, like this water pump. I need to thread these guys in all the way and then get the nuts for the fan itself, because I can't find them anywhere. I thought I had them bagged up over here with the rest of my stuff that's bagged, but I can't find them. And then also I need to get an O-ring for the pickup tube as well. So just a few tiny little things that are holding me back right now. Other than that, guys, she's coming along just as planned. I'll see you guys a little later on. So it's been a couple days later. As you see, the motor is upside down. Just about everything is in there. I picked up the O-ring from Nissan that cost me like $6. The most expensive O-ring I've ever gotten, but kind of has a important job, you know. Got to pick up that oil and disperse it throughout the engine, and you know, I don't really want to have any issues with spinning a bearing or not getting oil up to the top of the head or something like that. So that's all squared away. That's bolted in. As you see, I've cleaned up the bottom of the block. I've got the oil pan over here. This guy's all cleaned up. Just letting it dry out real quick. Here, there you go. Got her cleaned out. Get the lips all cleaned up. Gonna throw some RTV on there and seal that thing up. And then all I gotta do really is bolt on our accessories, power steering, alternator, idler pulley, and bam, our motor is done there, all thrown back together. Second thing I gotta do is tilt this trans back and get this throwout bearing. My fault, I can't speak right now. Get this throwout bearing out of that trans and get the new one installed, and then also the pilot bushing. So just a few more little odds and ends to do, then we'll be all golden and back together here. And then I have to pick up a new engine mount. As you guys can see, this one has seen better days. It's obviously destroyed, so gotta get a new one of those guys and we'll be good to go. Hopefully this week, which is gonna be the July 4th, I'll be able to get the car all together and hopefully be able to get it running. I get paid this Friday, and I'm actually off work today because yesterday I kind of split my finger open at work and I had to get 8 stitches. So shout out to the new guy. Well, I'm not really the new guy, but I'm still pretty new. Not even a month or just under a month there, and I already injured myself. So way to go, Travis. Good job. But yeah, I had to get 8 stitches on this guy, and I'm just kind of kicking it back, relaxing today. My medicine kind of just got me in a weird, nauseous feeling this morning, so my boss was nice enough to let me relax, take the day, and now that I'm feeling a little bit better, took a nap, got some food in my stomach, I'm out here tackling this last little bit of this project. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to seal this thing up, get all the accessories on, and I'll probably just check in with you guys there and then go from there, because I probably won't be, well, I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'm doing with all this footage, so I'll just see what's up. See you guys in a second. The single cam is 90% of the way put together. I have all the accessories on there. Power steering belt is tight, AC compressor belt is tight. This one's a little loose because I got to get the hardware for the clutch fan itself. Everything else is on there. New thermostats in there. Let's see what else. Went through and replaced some of these vacuum lines back here. Replaced this vacuum line, just a couple of these little guys. Replaced this sensor off my old intake manifold. I've got this guy pulled off and waiting because I have to slip a hose on this guy right back here, a little vacuum hose that goes from this lower port to that bottom one right there. Well, I guess this is the top one right here that I'm pointing at, and then that's the lower one. I've got one over here, but it's as hard as a rock and probably original, so I'm not going to use that one. Just pick up a new one of those, and then I just got to get a new crankcase breathing tube. Comes down here to the bottom of the block, runs up to the intake manifold. So that is that. I've got the new throwout bearing in the trans. That guy's in there, all greased up. I got the pilot bushing in the back of the crank with the rear main, all on there. Oil pans on there. We are, like I said, 90% of the way there. Last few things that I've just got to do before I can get the engine to actually drop in is get an engine mount for, I want to say it's the passenger side. I think I showed you guys earlier in the video. I got to get one of those, and possibly a starter and a radiator, because obviously I'm not going to use this old radiator that was in the car when I got it because the head gasket went, and it's probably disgusting in there. I may, no, I'm not even gonna, no, I'm not even gonna mess with it. I'll probably just pick up a new one and hold off on it. Just get this in the car, get the harness on it, and be able to bump it over so I can hear that it turns over, and maybe, if, you know, hopefully it runs, but hopefully we can just get it first try, because I have everything set in time right now. So hopefully we can just get this guy mated up to the back of her with the clutch and flywheel, and we'll be golden. So I will probably just check in with you guys then. That's going to be the last bit of this video, so that way we can actually hear this car run and we can actually drive it. I know it's probably going to have other problems and other issues. Probably going to have like a seized caliper or multiple seized calipers. I'm sure the wheel bearings, or the ball joints, tie rod ends, I'm sure just everything from sitting is, you know, either worn out, seized up, or just, you know, in need of replacing because it is old, and Lord knows if it's original or not. So when we get to that point in time, we'll figure all that out. We're just going to get this guy in here, get the trans and everything mated up to her, drop her in the car, and we'll figure it out from there. So see you guys then.